We first launched MDF in 2013 as a response to the increasingly authoritarian Yanukovych regime and the clampdown on press freedom that followed. While the situation in the country changed a lot in the months to come, with the revolution, the war and a new government in place, the challenges that journalists face on a day-to-day basis didn't go anywhere. From the very beginning of the Media Development Foundation, we thought that it's important to look beyond Kiev and really towards all the regions of Ukraine to help address their challenges as well. While there's a lot of resources and know-how that's available in Kiev, the situation in the regions is a lot more difficult. The Regional School for Journalists focuses on 4 modules: content, digital, financial and management, to really help people build their skill set as journalists and become more effective media managers as well. The content modules focuses on everything from how do you tell a story in a compelling way, how do you produce high quality infographics and videos that really touch the audience, and generally how do you really make yourself visible. The digital module focuses on how do you leverage social media to get your story out, and how do you make use of all the online tools that are currently available. The financial and managerial modules focus on really how do you run a media organization. That's something that's particularly difficult given that while there's many talented journalists in Ukraine, there isn't quite as much tradition when it comes to managing an organization and how to do that effectively. That's why those modules focus on everything from how do you solve the legal questions of setting up an organization through planning and budgeting for the whole year, all the way through selling advertising and generating the revenue to have a sustainable organization. And that's really important for us because we don't want to produce projects that will help for the next quarter or next half a year. We really want to make sustainable media in the regions that will work for many years to come. But it's a lot more than just training. Being a journalist in one of the smaller cities or smaller regions of Ukraine can be an incredibly lonely thing when you're dealing with local authorities that aren't particularly happy about you, businesses that don't want to support you, and let's also face it, a lot of social mistrust and occasionally even animosity. So part of the regional school is about building relationships and building a network that will support you for years to come. It's also about inspiring and giving people the energy to set new goals and really the means to achieve them. One of the things that we really pride ourselves in is people come back with a new energy, a new sort of dedication to the work, and as one of the conditions of participating in the program, share that with their home newsrooms. They're supposed to run trainings and help this infectious optimism about media in Ukraine spread further.
I learned something new and tried things I don't usually do. It was interesting and useful.
Our trainers left us their contact information. They are open-hearted and ready to give advice.
This project itself is very useful for me. I will try to put into practice everything that I found out here during 5 days. In fact, all the sectors were interesting. All our trainers were great, nice, competent and professional.
Therefore, the experience gained here will be interesting not only for me, but for my colleagues, who I can share it with.
A lot of useful things and useful networking. Thanks to all the guys. They are very young and present the material in an accessible and fascinating way. It's not boring at all, interesting and easy to observe. I like that they invite such cool speakers who can tell a lot of great things.
We're incredibly proud that this is one of the elite and most prestigious programs in journalism in Ukraine. We receive around 20 applications for each spot, and demand and interest isn't going anywhere. It's incredibly humbling to see the impact that we have on people from all the regions of Ukraine, and we hope to continue for many years to come.